Hello race fans, and welcome to Rauscher Racing Weekly, where we've just gotten back from points race number 4 at the Red Bluff Outlaws, with Brent having an eventful night. This week's show is filmed a little bit different. We started from, I think, around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and you'll get tidbits of racing all the way up through the whole night. I'm going to warn you that we are human and we have emotions, and you're going to see that in this video. Some of the audio may have captured some of it may not, so use your discretion. Maybe plug your ears at times when you can see some animations going on by Brent and maybe others. I don't really know, but how do you think his weekend went so far?
I think his weekend went very well. He qualified better this week. He heat raced with a little more aggression, especially after I got his attention under a red flag. He started asserting himself and making the last lap pass for the transfer spot to the A main out of the heat race.
Right.
I think that gave him more confidence for the main, where he was running really well. Just got caught up in a racing incident, and with the crash bag in the hot pits, wasn't very well labeled for tools, and we just ran out of time. But we had a lot of people that jumped in to help get him back out on the track. We just ran out of time. So
yeah, there was a lot of people that jumped in from other teams. It was pretty cool. People that you wouldn't expect to really be down there to help a competitor when their own teammate is on the track racing against Brent and fighting for that championship. So that really shows you some sportsmanship and some more character that these guys have at the track. It's pretty cool. It
makes you have I feel quite a bit more respect for them.
Right.
I mean, for them to come down and help and try to get him back on the track. So.
Right. Yeah. No, there had to have been at least 4 other people down there besides myself, you, Steven.
Yeah. Evan.
So
we relabeled some stuff and made it a little easier to find in the bag. So hopefully we don't have that problem again. So.
Right.
But it was a good weekend. So hopefully we can build on that and move in the right direction. So
perfect.
So we'll go to the video of the races and the start of the day right after a word from our sponsors. Welcome to Rauscher Racing Weekly. It's Saturday morning, 5 o'clock. We're getting ready to head to the track.
Today's going to be a fun day. Can't wait to get to the track and have some fun.
Good morning, race fans. This is Kim Rauscher with Rauscher Racing and Kim's Custom Tumblers. It is Saturday morning. We are headed to Red Bluff for points race number 4. It's about 7 in the morning. We're on our way to take the Back Row Challenge tumblers to Fast 4 Media, and also the cups for the last qualifier of the sportsman class. We are following Brent Rauscher Motorsports. We should be there in about 2 hours. Not only are we following Brent Rauscher's Motorsports, but we get to see this beautiful scenery. This is Lake Almanor, the west side of Lake Almanor. We get to see that as the sun comes up as we come up through. We come up through Greenville and we drop in to Chester, and then we head down to Red Bluff. Who wouldn't want to come see Red Bluff Outlaws just to see the beautiful views coming up through? We'll check back in later, race fans.
I don't know, it looks pretty slippery if you were to step on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it looks like on top of that. It looks like
Yeah, it does look dry but wet at the same time.
Also on that, you were walking out in the back and there's this straight thing and there's a little drop off. I think the crack thing. The flat drop thing comes up weird.
He made the crease super profound.
Yeah. It's weird.
On a softer tire, to get it hooked up to the track better in qualifying and putting more stagger in it to help the car turn more.
That's all you need
I
to
threw
do.
a haymaker. That wasn't a slider, that was a haymaker. Holy,
How bad did you get the wall?
I clobbered that fucker. I was trying to drive around a sudden, then they came up the racetrack. Oh.
How was it, you guys?
Exhausting. Started 5th, I think. Made it up to 4th. Got the final transfer spot to the main event. Car was really horrible. I don't know, but I destroyed the wall down the backstretch at one point. I hit the backstretch wall a couple times. But none of that matters. The high is we made the main event, and the high always overcomes the lows.
The heat race went pretty well. Didn't have the ideal setup in it. Was a little too low on the tire pressure in the right rear. Driver got her done. Made a last corner pass to put it in the A main.
All my foot's doing is sitting there.
It's purple. Big time purple.
Yeah.
Okay. You turned good RPM.
Yeah.
Just your tires didn't get any heat on them. This one's barely warm.
The track was super duper cool.
Well, it's not that.
Yeah, but
It's dirt. Okay.
But by the time I rolled off from my heat race, last couple of races, it's been slick.
Yeah. So we're here at Red Bluff, points race number 4. We're getting prepared for the A main. He was able to put it in the A main with a last lap pass into the heat race, which he did a very good job, and I'm very proud of him.
My goal for tonight in the future are do better than last week. If you watched last week's video, you know I made a ton of mistakes. We're going to try and go with less mistakes, if not 0 mistakes, and try and come home with a top 10.
Wherever the world may take you, choose Christensen Automotive.
Welcome back, race fans, to Rauscher Racing Weekly. How did you like that racing? Some really elbows up racing, as you can tell at Red Bluff. There's not a lot of room to make errors. But this weekend, I think Brent did pretty good in qualifying. He drove it into the corner a lot harder, threw it in a lot harder, and went 13th quick, I believe. So that's pretty good for only like his 4th or 5th time there. And then going to the heat race, he was driving kind of conservative at the beginning, and then we got a red, and his dad told him to start driving more aggressive, and he got pretty aggressive, but I didn't really have the ideal setup in the car, how I said. And I was a little bit too low on tire pressure, kind of made the car tight and made the car hop. But the driver got it done in the A main and started off 13th and was doing pretty good. He was driving pretty aggressive in the A main towards the later of the race. He kind of did what he was doing in the heat race, and for the first 3 or 4 laps he wasn't driving as hard. But after he started driving as hard, he got up to some spots and then kind of fell back and went back up and fell back again and got a caution and then got back up and got kind of in a racing accident, had nowhere to go, and got hit in the right front. And I'll pass it on to Brent, and he can talk about how he felt.
So, as you can see in the video, towards the end, you can see I wasn't very happy. And this right here is really what broke and kind of ended my night. I had a little help from Red Bluff officials, though. And I'd like to thank Casey Schmitz, Brian Hubert, Zach Cavert for all pitching in and trying to help me get back on the racetrack. So now my goals for next week are crack the top 10 in qualifying, get more aggressive in the heat race from the very beginning, because where I finished in the heat race, yes, it got me into the main event, but I started mid-pack to where you had a lot of other cars just all over the place that you had to work your way through to get to the front. So qualify better, start better in the heat race, drive a lot aggressive in the heat race, and see if we can finish in the top 5 of the main event. And off to Mom's Corner.
Welcome back to Rauscher Racing Weekly and Mom's Corner. This week we're going to talk a little bit about how in this video you see multiple camera angles and a new layout to the racing perspective. That was accomplished by dividing and conquering. So Kim actually stood down in turn 3 in the hot pit area, an area I do not like to be in. I was going to zip tie a camera there, so I guess we're grateful to divide and conquer. And I was, of course, in the grandstand, which is the traditional shot that you guys are used to seeing. So I'm going to let Kim tell you kind of what she sees coming into turn 3 and down that back stretch.
Well, when you're on that side of the track, you get to see the entry and exit into the corner. So you get to actually see the speed. It's a lot faster down in that corner. It's also dangerous. I was standing actually in the road to the hot pit, so you kind of have to watch because people do come off the track if they need to be fixed. Where I was standing to film, I'd have to jump back, get out of their way so they can get to the hot pit to get fixed. But that side of the track is traditionally where David and I like to stand to watch our boys race, so I do like to film from there. You do get to see the speed just a little bit more. Then I'm right there if something does happen to the kids. So
you can kind of see them right there racking up and getting ready to take the green, because that's kind of that last corner before they hit the go line. So you can see them get nice and tight right there. And that speed coming off that backstretch is really where they have to make the momentum to make the corner. So it's a fun little angle. You guys let us know what you think of it, and we'll continue on.
Yes, because you can definitely see the kids that turn before the corner and the ones that drive a little further into the corner. You can see the different driving types when you're standing on that corner.
That tends to be a corner of accidents as well. They just don't make the corner and sometimes make the wall. So
it happened a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of accidents right up and over the cushion, I guess is what it would be called, and right into that wall. There was a lot of rolls and hits and stuff right there.
Something out there news that was kind of neat, something that was kind of talked about a little bit in this video, was this week Kim's Custom Tumblers took down the first Back Row Challenge tumbler to Red Bluff for Fast 4 Media, and it was accepted by Mike Wheeler. So that was kind of neat to see it out on the front stretch, and just watching Kim's Custom Tumblers, or us as Rauscher Racing and Brent Rauscher Motorsports, kind of give back and have a product that was custom made just for this event out there on the track. So I'll let you talk about how that felt.
It was really amazing. You know, the reception from the cups was very well perceived. A lot of people love the cups. I actually took cups down for not just the Back Row Challenge, which is actually customized for Fast 4 Media. It is their colors, has the logo for Red Bluff Outlaws on there, as well as the quote saying, "I took the Back Row Challenge." But we also did the last qualifiers for the sportsman class. So they had to complete the laps in the qualifying to get the cup, and absolutely loved it. People were very receptive to it. It was really neat.
It was very cool to see some product just kind of out there and on social media too. I mean, people were posting about it. It was kind of neat to see that our boys have gotten to a point where, as a family, we can give back in some way to the racing community. It was a unique experience to see and feel.
It is really nice to give back. We're all one family when we're out on the track. It is a family like no other. Everybody is there to help everybody else. We saw that with Brent this week. You know, it's just one big dirt family.
That's it for Rauscher Racing Weekly this week. Tune in every Wednesday at 10 a.m. to CSTV or our Facebook pages, Rauscher Racing on Facebook or Brent Rauscher Motorsports, where uploads and live events happen.